Play with our breed, gon' die. 2 to 3 right at the side. You better walk in the sky. Put your ass right in the sky.
If you gon' ride, nigga, then ride. If you gon' slide, nigga, then slide. If you gon' slime, nigga, then slime. If you gon' die, nigga, then die.
Alright, before we start this video, shout out to him on Instagram right here. Shout out to him right here. Shout out to him right here. And lastly, shout out to him right here. And if you would like a shout out in the next video, make sure you go follow me on Instagram at faith.bria. Make sure you're active so I can see you and you'll get a shout out.
What's up, Ibria gang? It's Faith Ibria coming back at you again with another video. And today, you guys, the man is back. We back in Chicago. He repping his city too. Got the whole the whole bullet.
Even though we trash right now.
Yeah, they look ugly. I'm sorry right now. We got another video, y'all. I'm back in Chicago for the weekend. Y'all know I had to get right to the videos. Like, y'all really been blowing my comments up with my dad. Like, shout out to y'all too, because we hit 200K today, and then the other video hit 100K. So shout out to y'all. Like, y'all really been showing love to us. You wanna say shout out to them?
Yeah, shout out.
The last video, the first video we did was reacting to NBA Youngboy. You remember Youngboy? Mm-hmm. You said some foul things about him.
No. Collective criticism. They
wasn't rocking with it. That you call him a studio gangster. You said a lot of stuff that they was not rocking with. So so they told me to show you his criminal history, so you can get the real like deal about him, so you won't be calling him a studio gangster. That's what they told me.
Okay. I apologize. I offended his fan. If I said he was studio gangster. I say he sounded like a studio gangster.
Say he sound like he a studio gangster. We about to look at this criminal history of Youngboy. So it's like 2016 to 2019, y'all. He get a little insight of him before we react to him. Some more of his music. So, you ready? Okay. Let's get it. I haven't watched this video too, by the way, so.
NBA Youngboy is one of the most talented rappers in hip-hop right now. The 19-year-old Baton Rouge rapper has gained massive following online, with almost every single song NBA Youngboy released getting tens of millions of plays. What makes NBA Youngboy unique is his ability to make a melodic type of song bouncy and catchy. You can listen to an NBA Youngboy song in just about any situation, but in my opinion, the thing that makes NBA Youngboy such an iconic artist is the emotional aspect of his songs. Even though a majority of his fans may not completely relate to Youngboy and the struggles he went through, he still has this ability to make a connection with his fans with his music that a lot of other artists struggle to do. What exactly are these hard-to-relate struggles that NBA Youngboy tends to rap about in his music? Well, we have an idea that some of it may involve his past criminal experiences while growing up in Baton Rouge. So, without further ado, here is an exclusive inside look at the criminal history of NBA Youngboy. NBA Youngboy's first documented arrest happened on November 28, 2016. According to authorities, NBA Youngboy was arrested by U.S. Marshals in Austin, Texas for 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder from a past incident that occurred on November 2nd, 2016 in Louisiana. Sources claim that Youngboy and another man allegedly got out of a car and opened fire at a group of people on the 2000 block of Kentucky Street in South Baton Rouge. Shortly after being officially charged and booked, NBA Youngboy was extradited to another jurisdiction and was held on a $200,000 bond. After spending almost 7 months behind bars, NBA Youngboy had a court hearing where he ended up confessing to firing a gun multiple times during the drive-by shooting that happened on the 2000 block of Kentucky Street on November 2nd, 2016. Moments after Youngboy's confession, the prosecutor offered a plea deal to him for a lesser charge in exchange for a guilty plea. The deal was that if NBA Youngboy pled guilty, the current charges would be reduced to 1 count of aggravated assault with a firearm rather than 2 counts of attempted second-degree murder. After already confessing to his crimes, NBA Youngboy obviously took this generous plea deal. At the end of the hearing, Judge Bonnie Jackson granted Youngboy a post-conviction bond of $50,000, which allowed him to leave jail that day. Once home, NBA Youngboy recorded and released his song Untouchable, which is one of his most popular songs to date. Several months later, NBA Youngboy was due back into court on August 22nd, 2017 for sentencing. At the beginning of sentencing, the judge gave NBA Youngboy an emotional lecture that lasted for quite some time, according to people present in the courtroom. After this lecture, the judge handed down a 10-year suspended prison term to NBA Youngboy, as well as 3 years of active supervised probation. While NBA Youngboy is most likely going to be heavily monitored for the next decade or so, he still came out with a W on this one. On top of all that, the judge also ordered Youngboy to perform 250 hours of community service, which includes an anti-violence public service announcement, as well as a $5,000 fine. At the end of sentencing, NBA Youngboy apologized for his crimes and said he had made a mistake and that he had learned from it. The last words said by the judge was, "Failure is not an option," to Youngboy as he was about to get up and leave the courtroom. For the next 7 months, NBA Youngboy focused on furthering his music career and stayed out of trouble while doing so. But that came to an end on February 24th, 2018, after NBA Youngboy was arrested in Tallahassee, Florida, before stepping on stage for his scheduled performance. Authorities claimed that they arrested NBA Youngboy for allegedly committing acts of assault, kidnapping, and for a weapons violation. These charges stem from an alleged altercation with his girlfriend, Jania Jackson. According to hotel surveillance footage, NBA Youngboy and his girlfriend allegedly engaged in a heated tussle that included Youngboy throwing Jania Jackson down to the ground. After the surveillance footage surfaced online, Jackson went on to social media and addressed the charges against Youngboy and said, "Kidnapped? No. Has he ever put his hands on me? Fuck no." A few days later, NBA Youngboy was transferred to Ware County Jail in Georgia on multiple charges, 2 of them being felonies for kidnapping and aggravated assault. On March 16, 2018, NBA Youngboy was released from jail on a $75,000 bail and quickly took to social media to address these claims and said, "That's just us. That's how we like to play." There were very few details on the outcome of this case, so the only information I can really give you guys is that the judge revoked his ability to travel out of state for the next 9 of his 12 scheduled shows. NBA Youngboy's next arrest occurred on February 11th, 2019 at the Hyatt House Hotel on Marietta Street in downtown Atlanta. Sources say that around 12:15 p.m., a hotel housekeeper was assigned to clean the room NBA Youngboy and a female friend, Star Thigpen, were staying in at the time. With the hotel room supposed to be empty, the housekeeper entered the room after knocking several times. After entering, NBA Youngboy told Star Thigpen to get the housekeeper out of the room, and according to police, Thigpen did so by assaulting the housekeeper by striking her in the face. This physical altercation continued into the hallway of the hotel before...
Wait. Okay, I didn't even know he did that. So that's about 4 cases right there.
Young and wild.
Jesus.
Money, thinking you're invincible when you got that paper.
Nah, you're not invincible because they looking for you. They looking for you when you got that money. He was like 18 at this time.
But he got a lot of slaps on the wrist too.
He did.
You study getting out, you know.
Especially that double.
That'll make you feel like you're invincible when you study getting out.
I feel like I think this video, because the recent time he went to jail was like a few months ago. I don't know if they're gonna put that in there, but let's see.
Another employee of the Hyatt ran to the lobby to get help. Shortly after, Youngboy and Thigpen were both arrested, but with different charges. Youngboy was booked with disorderly conduct with the use of fighting words, disorderly conduct with physical obstruction of another, and possession of marijuana. Thigpen, on the other hand, was booked with disorderly conduct with acts of violence towards another, disorderly conduct with physical obstruction of another, and possession of marijuana. After being booked, they were released just moments later. But it wasn't until a month later that the Atlanta Police Department officially pressed charges on the two, with the final charges being 2 misdemeanors, which were possession of less than an ounce of marijuana and disorderly conduct. This case is still ongoing, and NBA Youngboy does have an upcoming court date in the near future. NBA Youngboy's latest arrest happened on May 17th, 2019. According to multiple news outlets, NBA Youngboy and his entourage were leaving the Trump International Beach Resort in Sunny Isles Beach, Florida to perform at the Rolling Loud Festival in Miami. Reports say that around 1:30 p.m., gunfire erupted outside the hotel after NBA Youngboy's entourage and T Grizzly's entourage got into a heated argument. Both parties exchanged gunfire and a total of 3 people were hit during the commotion. One of those individuals was 43-year-old Muhammad Jarati, who was an innocent bystander who, sadly, passed away after getting caught in the crossfire. A 5-year-old boy was also grazed by a bullet, but was able to be treated at the scene by paramedics. The last person hit was NBA Youngboy's girlfriend, Kaylin Long. Kaylin was apparently hit in the arm and was taken to a Ventura hospital in stable condition where she was treated and later released. Police detained and questioned 4 people during this incident, but all 4 were later released without any charges being filed. Florida has a stand your ground law, and since NBA Youngboy claimed that this was an assassination attempt against him, his team did nothing illegal by firing back at the other shooters. Despite being in a shootout just moments before, NBA Youngboy still made it in time to perform at Rolling Loud. But just days later, a judge ordered NBA Youngboy to be arrested immediately, claiming that the shooting constituted a probation violation despite the fact that Youngboy was the target and was not the one pulling the trigger. The judge requested that Youngboy remain behind bars for at least 30 days while they figure out what to do moving forward. This is a very scary situation for NBA Youngboy since the judge has been very lenient with him and even denied the prosecutor's request of revoking his probation after claiming Youngboy is a threat to society. It's pretty clear that the judge sees the good in NBA Youngboy, but it does seem like she's getting pretty fed up with his antics and has the ability to put him in jail for years. Whether or not she will is up to her, but hopefully it all plays out in Youngboy's favor. As of now, he is still behind bars, but he has a court hearing coming up in a few weeks. So, I guess we'll find out the outcome of all this then. Well, there you have it, the entire criminal history of NBA Youngboy. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up down below. And if you want to see more videos like this, then...
Well, that's the criminal history. Some of that stuff I didn't even know. He got away with a lot of stuff. You say he's on his payroll? You think the judge?
Yeah. Somebody.
Somebody paying that judge?
Tell somebody. You got slaps on the wrist.
Especially the first one. That was attempted, two counts of attempted murder. So, I mean, innocent until proven guilty. So, he innocent. But... yeah, that's...
He beat the case.
He beat the case. Okay, that's what I'm going to say. He beat the case. Well, that was the criminal history, though. We about to check out some of his songs after this. Now, maybe that'll give you a different... did that give you, like, a little different perspective of his music now? In a way?
Like I said, I ain't really heard a lot of his music. I heard, the couple of songs that you played. And I know Trail and they listen to it all.
My little brothers, they be listening to it. Okay, well, we about to check out some of his music now, y'all. But that's pretty much the end of this video. You guys, thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Say peace.
Peace out.